Hi, welcome to Books to Boardrooms with Dr. Kiran. Today I have the privilege of having Mr. Massimo Falcioni. He is the CEO at Etihad Credit Insurance, a federal organization. I think first time I'm hearing a service provider offering something like this, because usually it is not your priority or not your mission, but this is clearly, you go back to the mission, three mission statements what you made, it's how to improve. So you facilitate them.
We need to support the SMEs.
Because you have the full database also, right? So you know that which category, which are the buyers, and if you have a...
And very important, we are here to support the non-oil GDP of the country. And of course, export and re-export of non-oil. That's very important for our GDP, non-oil GDP. SMEs represent 95% of the private employment and approximately 60% of the non-oil GDP of the country. So it is very important to make the SMEs more competitive. Now, this is exactly where we step in. An SME which deals with international markets is more resilient, stronger, interacts with international markets. So it invests more in research and development on their products. They are more, conscious and on the innovation. So that's why we want SMEs, we want to take hand by hand the SMEs and going international. Personally, I'm originally from Italy. Italy has 6 million of companies. 5.6 million of companies are SMEs. More than 90% of them are exporters. Therefore, the paradigm, I'm an SME, I'm too small, I cannot go and export, is not true.
I think this is like when I spoke to a couple of entrepreneurs, and I could see, I interviewed one of the CEO of a group company who we supported very well by the leaders here, and setting up tire battery businesses, and it's exporting quite a lot.
Correct.
He said that the fabulous facilities are here, which most of the people are not aware about in terms of the labor cost is high, but now mechanization, digitalization is helping them to produce things at lower cost, and then you have beautiful, fantastic ports considering the size of the country, the amount of international ports.
And there are two important things to mention. Remember, in the mission of Etihad Credit Insurance, I told you that we have three clear missions. The third mission was that ECI is an enabler of a foreign trade policy of the Minister of Economy and of the industrialization of the country. Now, very important, all the efforts that the Minister of Foreign Trade, in the light of His Excellency Dr. Tania Ziuli, the Minister of State of Foreign Trade, is doing in order to ensure that there are bilateral agreements with countries. I'm referring specifically to the important strategy from the UAE in order to have cooperative economic partnership agreements bilateral with key strategic countries. You know, three has been signed already. One is India, one is with Indonesia, and one with Israel. The purpose of this we call CEPA, so Cooperative Economic Partnership Agreements, is to remove all the barriers, import duties, custom duties, on and accelerate trade with the countries. So, SMEs should benefit about this agreement, and we want to educate and we want to support SMEs which want to go towards this kind. So, for an SME, by not leveraging on this CEPA agreement, it's not good. And last, very important, and in addition, and the industrialization from the Minister of Industry and Advanced Technology, you know, the purpose is to arrive 300 billion dirham in terms of contribution of the industrialization, the manufacturing, today is 146 billion, to the non-oil GDP of the country. So, how to do that? Actually moving from what is called Industry 2.0, which means making things mostly manually, into Industry 4.0, so adding digitalization, adding advanced technology, automation, And of course, this comes at a cost of investment. So we want the entrepreneurs globally to come here and invest here to make more industrialization, or to the existing entrepreneurs which are manufacturing here to purchase new equipment, advanced equipment. And in cooperation with the Emirates Development Bank, the Federal Bank, the ECI, Etihad Insurance, and EDB together can support these entrepreneurs to purchase advanced equipment and repay a lenders, a bank, even after 12 years.
Wow.
So these are things that we do. We don't do only trade credit insurance. We also ease access to trade finance, and we also help to the companies, entrepreneurs, especially the SMEs, to become more and more competitive. So our major goal is to enhance the competitiveness of the SMEs, exporters, re-exporters, achieving the ambition of the leaders to achieve the pure, strong, long-lasting, and sustainable, diversified economic growth.
I think I'm really getting goosebumps listening to what you're saying. I don't think that much of the countries in the world are doing even 1/10 of what you have told. I think this is fantastic in terms of the full ecosystem. So you're talking about bring investment. So you need money to invest in better manufacturing facility. Yes, but you have a bank will support you with that. We can have a long-term repayment structure allowed for that. Then you want to export, because UAE being a smaller market, considering the domestic market, you will not be able to get a return on investment. So you go expand to the international market. So we provide you that. The risk is taken.
We are blessed because we have a clear vision 2031, which is clearly stated by the leaders where we should go in the next 10 years. We want to double the GDP of the country. We want to arrive at $800 billion, the non-oil trade. This year we close a little bit less than $600 billion. So we want to increase the manufacturing. We want to increase the number of SMEs. We want to be, in the next 10 years, the country at the top 10 on each KPIs globally, in terms of social, in terms of economy. So there is a big ambition by the leaders of the country. And by the centennial, 2071, will be exactly where the leaders want us to be. So we have a 10 years clear strategy, which is Vision 2031, and we have a clear long-term targets by 2071 where to position the UAE.
I think all those who are listening to this interview, I must say, irrespective of a UAE national who wanted to start something, I think you are in a fantastic place with all the facilities. Just matter of contacting the right agencies, right infrastructure, so that you can take it to the next level. I think size is not an issue. You can ask any size because there is support functions are available, whether it's in terms of taking the risk or the finance what is needed. Infrastructure is already in place, beautiful airports, excellent ports, so wherever you want to reach, it can reach in like 14 hours or 15 hours, you can reach anywhere in the world.
You see one important thing, the speed on how the UAE is going, compared to other parts of the world. Everything is done fast, and when there is an issue, a crisis, the UAE takes an opportunity. You have seen this with COVID, you have seen now with this energy crisis, you will see on the food crisis, and again, now also trade. There will be a slowdown in the next couple of years because 2023 and 2024 will be challenging years. It is expected a global recession. Some countries are already in recession, and some others are in stagflation. So there is a combination of factors. The UAE will continue its growth. The UAE this year is supposed to grow approximately, according to the UAE Central Bank, the reach of a GDP of 8%. And next year, the GDP is still expected to be more than 5% growth. How is it possible to do that? Fast decision, inspired leaders, which push all of us to see behind, to have a vision, and to go behind our view and our capabilities, and work together. As even His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum mentioned many times, we work as one, together, with the same goal And as His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and I have mentioned, our president, as unity. The unity of the country is the one which is our strength. So a united country with at all levels, federal and local government institutions working as one team, heading clear KPIs and clear vision, it's a fantastic way. And you Emirati students, I want to tell you one thing, you are very blessed, you are in a fantastic country. Many times I've been asked, but Massimo, you come from Italy. I'm from Rome, actually. As you know, the history of Rome more than 3,000 years. And you came here, so what did you find more that you can find in your city or in your country which has 3,000 years experience? I said, what I found here, very, very fantastically, it was a fantastic place, a melting pot of different nationalities. I'm the proof that I'm an expat heading a federal company, and I'm very honored about that. I feel humbleness by the leaders and whatever they look at, and they are always optimistic, giving a perspective of the future. So these are the things I found here, and a country that gives you opportunity. If you invest on yourself, you study. If you work on yourself as an individual, and you follow the values you receive from the father founders of the country, from the current leadership, you will have always an optimistic view on your growth. You will have a positive career growth, and you will contribute with your activity, your behavior, to the success of the country. That's fantastic. You know, 11 years ago, I found myself supporting for the UAE, for Dubai, to be part of the expo, to get the expo here. I was surprised myself to say why I'm supporting for that. And the reason why I was supporting, because I felt part of a family, part of a community, part of a visionary country. And of course, when you feel part of this, you give the extra mile, and actually you give the best of you. This is a fantastic place. Now, you know, with the reformation of the country, which has been done to attract more talents, and with the green visa, golden visa, it has been created a fantastic innovation, you know, to put the seeds to the country to grow more and more than what it was in the last 50 years.
I think that as an expat, being here for 20 years, I could see that change, and I could see that I've grown with this country. Like, I mean, 20 years, the UAE has transformed quite a lot. You know, with the introduction of golden visa and the green visa, it gives me a comfort that I'm a golden visa holder. That yes, you can be here for a long time, and when you have that feeling that I can be here for a long time, your thought processes change. Now, secondly, from as you told, I mean, you work in an organization which closely monitor the progress of non-oil economy, how it is increasing.
Correct.
Very instrumental in that. As I told you, when everybody wants to start, everybody is comfortable with their fixed job, and why they're not starting is because of the risk of losing money. But when somebody is there to take care of that risk, you know, I think, and that's basically what called the insurance. You know, it gives a lot of cushion.
It's not easy, okay? It has never been easy, but for sure, the markets are complex. So you need to study for being an entrepreneur. My advice to the students, Emirati students, is don't have the fear to fail. Remember, the success comes only from failure. There is a Japanese way of saying that you need to fail 7 times and then stand up 8 in order to understand exactly what the life is. Same is for entrepreneurs. You hear a lot of success of entrepreneurs, but there are also many more who failed. Don't be discouraged by that. Any failure is an experience and allow you to do better. Studying will reduce the probability of a failure. Studying and being prepared will reduce the potential, I would say, mistakes which can be done, which are learnings, which become learnings. So it can accelerate your growth. So the success works through 1. Be passionate on what you do. 2. Be curious. Don't stop learning. Don't stop reading. Please be good. It's a continuous learning and improvement. And third, very important, don't be scared by the failure, because it might happen that you fail, but that will be only a learning for you. And the more you will fail, the more you become stronger, and you will learn. So you need to revamp every time with renewed optimism and actually learning on the past and doing better for the future.
I think I was about to ask this as the last question. What will be your advice to the Emirati nationals who really want to start a business or entrepreneurship by themselves, because the government is doing a lot for them to get into that? Thanks a lot for that advice. I'm sure the students will really love it, and that will motivate them. A lot of information, as you told, that there are some factors everybody knows in terms of great infrastructure. You have a lot of free zones, and setting a business is easy. But after that, in terms of identifying international customers, insurance, then investments and support for having a great factory, long-term payment structures, the government, so when your intention is similar to government's vision, then both goes hand in hand and success is 100% assured. I think sharing this information will open the eyes of not only the Emirati students who are listening, a lot of other people who really want to come and invest in this market, or who are already here thinking of investment. I think they can get in touch with you, I'm sure, because you have systems in place, so they can come to your website and do whatever they want.
We are here now in Abu Dhabi, in Etihad Tower, at the 18th floor. We are in Dubai, the Rolex Tower. We are in Sharjah, in the business facility of the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce. We are in Fujairah Chamber of Commerce. We are in Ras Al Khaimah Chamber of Commerce, and Rashman Chamber of Commerce. So because we are federal, so we are the all Emirates, and we are very, very happy to welcome every entrepreneur, every company which wants to learn more, how we can support and assist them to create the portfolio, making the risk procedure, helping them to access international market, access to the trade finance, and more and more on things.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think that's another thing. Like, you can have one office, but because entrepreneurs will come to you, but being close to wherever they are is also another important thing to see, that how much you care about your customers, that you don't want to waste their time and energy. So wherever they are, they can go ahead and locally contact them in that way. A pleasure talking to you. Thanks a lot for your time. It's a great eye opener for me in terms of when I teach entrepreneurship, to talk about this is what this country is offering, and it can be a great case study for a lot of other countries, that if they want to promote export, what they should be doing. So they can just look at what's happening in this part of the world and just cut and paste it, and I think success is 100% guaranteed in that way. Thanks a lot for your time.
My pleasure.
Talking to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And good luck to all the students.
Yeah, thank you.